have my boy, Mr. Shiloh on the show today.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
He's back. He's becoming regular.
Yeah.
Becoming a regular.
Yeah, man.
But now I like it. We got a good thing going. We got to get Matt on here. I was actually good for Matt.
Indeed.
We got to get Matt. Actually, you know what? So, I was with Matt last week, and we were talking. We have a little segment that we're going to come up with. I don't know how much of a fan you're going to be of it. Because it got created, that concept got thought of because of you. And he wants to call it the cap and hat.
Oh
my The cap and hat. So we got to go get a hat. So like kind of funny looking hat. And whenever we feel like on the podcast someone was capping, we got to pull the hat out and be like, bro, I think this belongs to you right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
The cap and hat, yeah. So we got to get that. But yeah, we got to get Matt on here. I'll hit him up soon, and we'll figure schedules are always tough, but we'll get him on here.
We will.
We'll get him on here, yeah. Now, all three of us get on here. We gotta get Reg on here too.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get Reg on here. We gotta get Eric on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually doing something probably with Clint and Adrian in a couple weeks, like a Sunday night podcast.
Ooh.
So that won't be good too. But man, we got some stuff. So man, hey, we're getting old. I just had a birthday this past week. I turned 26.
Yes, you did, big dog.
And then you got one coming up next week.
Yeah, man. Yes, it's coming. It's coming in quick.
It's coming, man.
I'm excited.
How do you feel about it, man? We're no longer in that. We were in that middle age to being close to 20, and now we're on the end of being closer to 30.
Oh yeah. We've officially made that little jump, and for myself personally, I'm excited, man. I'm thankful.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest word that comes to my mind, you know. It's especially when working at a hospital where seeing both life and death on a consistent basis. You know, it's just like wow, like you just get just humbled beyond belief to really be like wow, like man, like
the gratefulness of it, just like knowing that you woke up today, knowing that you got your family at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always because it's not even just yourself, but like when you're at the hospital, like that's also someone's husband, wife, their kid, daughter, son, like grandma, grandparent, uncle. Like you don't never know what life it is. So, very fortunate to have a lot of people still around me till this day.
Hey, good, brother.
But yeah, and I'll say a little bit. Like I feel like it didn't hit me until probably like all right. So now I gotta pay for my own health insurance. So going through that, realizing that I gotta get a new ID and stuff like that. And just looking at more of like the responsibility I have now, and I do this on the regular, being a independent contractor, entrepreneur. Like you always kind of have to be mindful of your situation, and so now like looking at it with all this stuff coming up in the next couple of months, I'm just like, damn, like I'm really no longer in like that kid frame of mind to where like I kind of just do stuff, but like have like a little safety net, or have a security blanket. It's like now, like all these things are on you, and like you gotta figure them out. If you don't, then they're not getting done, like they're not getting taken care of, and then that's just gonna be a negative result in your life. And so I think now, looking at it, like I've grown out of that area of like that comfort zone. It's like now you gotta handle shit, because if you don't, then you're not gonna be taken care of. And I mean, I'll say this, like I feel like I've put myself in a good spot to overcome these things, but I'm not anywhere am I perfect. And it's like it's always that challenge of the unknown. So like I think now looking at it, I'm just like, man, like, all right, I'm really on the clock now. Like it's time to work harder. Like I thought I was working hard last year. No, like I need to work harder this year and start getting some things going. So I mean, for me, I don't want to set the wake up call, because like I feel like I'm always on top of myself. But like it was kind of like that. I learned it's like, okay, cool. Like you're done kind of. And when I said like screwing around, like I don't feel like I screw around, but like you're done kind of like you got to start making shit happen now.
Yep. This is true, like go time, if you will.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, we're always grinding. I mean, especially with our friend group, what I'm blessed to really kind of say is the fact that there's no bums in the group. Every single person is busting their ass, doing everything that they can for their family and their careers. So of course, like I said, for mine, it just so happens that my birthday is going to be on EDC, which I'm going to for the first time, to actually experience that. And from what I understand, from what I see, it's going to be a mind-blowing experience. So for me, it's going to be one of those things to where...
Are we going to see Day 3 Coachella, Shiloh? that weekend.
I don't even know if I'm gonna send you guys any pictures, messages.
You might not be able to, bro.
I'll probably give you guys one call.
All right, I'll appreciate a call.
One call. You know,
Let me know you're live.
11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m. Did Shiloh Day 3 Coachella come out or not?
We don't speak of that, man.
that man.
But my recovery was excellent.
Oh, yeah. The recovery was peak.
45 minutes of downtime.
Not longer than that, bro. Longer than that.
Right,
you gotta think about the walk and the whole fucking Vince Staples set, and then probably a little bit after that, too.
A little bit of duck sauce.
Yeah.
I still survived.
Still recovered. You were there.
Thrive.
You were there for Doja. You were there for the weekend and Sweet House Mafia. So you were cool.
Which I will say again was an amazing.
Oh yeah, they're touring too. Hard summer, man. Hard. Ooh, from what I hear, our friend group, we got a lot of people going there.
Yeah, and I'm included because I already.
You already bought your ticket.
Yeah, yes. Indeed.
I feel like I might be a day 3 person.
I feel like I'm gonna be a every single day person.
Ah, that's cool.
If not, for sure the first and the third day.
I mean, a Porter live DJ set for the headliner. That's legendary. That's legendary.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
You don't know when you're gonna get a headline Porter DJ set again, so I think I'll be there for that.
Yeah, I'll be seeing him, I believe, twice because I believe he's a
EDC. Oh yeah, you could get live DJs at EDC too.
Mm-hmm. I think he's doing.
He's doing a live DJ set because I remember me and Eric were talking about a Coachella EDC, and then I saw that he's doing it at Hard as a headliner, and I was like, that's gonna be fire.
Mm-hmm. Count me in.
That's gonna be fire. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
So yeah, bro. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming up, within a good portion, and like I'm super excited.
I know, I'm getting ready for this show, man. This shit is fucking a process. Mm-hmm. That's why, like I said, like when is Hard?
Hard, I believe, is late July.
It's August.
Late July.
Late July, like at beginning of August. If that's the case, then I'll the show go.
July 20th.
Okay, that would be cool then. Yeah, that would be cool because I'll probably be like a week or two after my show, so then that would be cool. That would be perfect. Yeah, because I ain't trying to go and do all those activities and be in prep. That would not be the business. I got my sensei would be pissed, even though my sensei's going to be there. My sensei will be there, but he wouldn't be happy if I was in prep and I was doing that.
So yeah, bro. On to the next thing we're gonna think about, because I think the NFL schedule.
Yeah, we got lots. So since the last time we've done this, we had the draft. We had the NFL schedule release.
Man, I mean,
exciting times.
A lot of things are shaking up. I mean, let's just touch on the draft first.
Actually, you know what? I think the last one we did was the day of the draft. So we did do the draft.
We did?
Yeah, we did do the draft. So, I mean, I saw some free agency moves on our end too, but like our team looking good.
Really?
We got Kyle Van Noy, edge rusher.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we picked up Kyle Van Noy, so we have depth now. We got some good depth on the defense. We got Bryce Callahan, corner for a slot.
Okay. So
we have some good. Like I'll say, like the Chargers, they're all in on it. They have a YouTube series called All In. This year, the front office went all in because our team looks really, really, really well designed.
I mean, and then So you heard about the whole Jerry Jeudy news, correct?
Oh yeah.
And everything else. So here's my thing. I
that 2020 draft wide receiver class, man.
Oh yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. Rough, deadly, all the above. So for me, it's like if Jerry Jeudy were to come out, of course, does that then cement the Broncos? I mean, yes, he's not, of course, the one and only. They have Courtney Sutton. They have the other guy from Penn State, I believe, Hamler or whatever, coming back. They have Devontae Williams and all. But still, it's like losing critical wide receiver pieces that we've seen before and impact quarterbacks and offenses. Do you think that would matter for the Broncos?
It's definitely, if he misses time or if anything comes out of it, I definitely think it's going to have an effect on the team. I don't think it puts him at the bottom of the division. I mean, we haven't even seen the potential of Jerry Jeudy yet to sit here and say that he's a difference maker. I mean, we just don't know what he really is because he hasn't really been too much past years. Like he's been above average, but I don't think he's been a difference maker. And you have Russell Wilson there now, and Russell Wilson has played with decent wide receivers and still produced. So I don't think it puts them at the bottom of the division, but I definitely think that they could be in the market to add some potential. There's so many free agent wide receivers right now. So I think they could be in the market to maybe go and grab somebody if they don't feel too good about the wide receiver room. And like I said, going back to our division, man, I just look at it, and like I said, this is why I'm really happy with the Chargers, because we have so much depth now. And I think Kansas City, to their credit, they did a good job in the draft of really living up and just getting guys in there. And I like the team a lot. And so this is where I look at Las Vegas and Denver, and I actually saw something pretty interesting about Las Vegas' defense, and it's like, dude, like if Crosby or Chandler Jones miss time or go out, like that's not a good defense. That's not a good defense. Like if you look at the names on there, and like we can sit here and talk about scheme or whatever it is, I look at that defense and I don't feel in that division. I don't feel really good about it. And so I think that the Raiders they're probably going to be right heavily on the offense this year, because if Crosby misses time or Chandler Jones misses time, you're asking a lot of that secondary. Yeah. And like I said, in that division, that's going to be tough. And then with the Broncos, the same thing. I look at that defense, and yeah, it's been pretty good the past couple of years. But it's not a big fan of their defense. And then they lost some people, like they lost Callahan. They lost Bryce Callahan, so he's not going to be there. There's no Vaughn there. We have to see how Bradley Chubb comes out. But is he finally that guy that's that difference maker without Vaughn there? They had got somebody else too on the end too, because that's why they let Vaughn go. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just look at the defenses, and that's why I say I think we did a good job because we added depth. As much as big as a Khalil Mack trade is, going and getting Kyle Van Noy to be there to take time out to let Khalil Mack get some rest, or let Dre Bliss get some rest, have that experience, have a productive player like that. We go and grab J.C. Jackson and have him as a starter, but to go and get a Bryce Callahan, who's been a professional in this league for a couple of years now, who's good at playing the slot. When you already have Asante, you have Michael Davis, you have who else? There's in the corner we had. I can't think of it. We had another corner too, but just to have those guys there and to have that depth now, like that's what we I feel like we've always missed as a team. Is like we've always had good players, but bar from a bit injury comes up, and then now those guys out the lineup, we kind of get exposed in some areas. So I think we did a good job, and also Kansas City did a good job of really showing up and getting some quality players that can come in and contribute for like if what's it called, a defensive guy like a German goes down, or a Joey goes out, or a Clement goes out. So I'm really happy with that.
I see. I like that. I mean, so I'll go ahead and then just go from my Rams perspective, because I really like your take on your Chargers, and then me personally, you know, I'm gonna I truly see you in Kansas City really fighting for it, but my sleeper team is the Raiders, because I feel like if that offense is clicking, that defense plays even B- football, which is maybe an 11th, 12th ranked defense. They give up some big plays, but overall, you know, that they can still clutch up maybe a few games and let that offense run. They'll be a sneaky team. But
It's all McDaniels. Yeah. It's really going to be all McDaniels. Like I said, I don't think that defense is anything special.
We'll see this whole offseason too, you know, because it's just very early from that standpoint. But
I agree.
Before my Rams, and then just looking at the NFC West, because, you know, I'm going to bring up the schedule as well, because that just released, so we'll tie this into it as well. I'm excited, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You see, the NFL thinks they're slick, but they're not. You, like we know about God. God gave his toughest battles to his toughest warriors.
Okay.
Come on now. The schedule comes out. Of course, we have the number one hardest schedule. Of course, they want to do that to us. But it's okay. We don't want all the smoke. We're going to start off on week 1.
Week 1. You know what, though? I get props to NFL, because that's a game.
Yeah.
That is a game there.
That might just be everybody.
That could be a Super Bowl freaking preview right there. Like, that's a game.
Mm-hmm. And then You know what I'm saying? But we're ready for it.
Yeah.
I look at all the moves Les Snead, Sean McVay, that this whole organization has done since the Sean McVay and Les Snead era has come. And I tell people, this is historic. People have to really look at what we've done, the whole culture, the persona, the F them picks and everything else, That's something that you look around the league. There's a reason why the draft picks, these players getting traded, like there was there was an abundance of it than in recent years. It's because teams are looking at it and they're like, hell yeah, if we want to win, if we need to win, really F them picks. Like whatever, you give somebody whatever now because this is a win now league and people want to hold on to picks. And for what? You're going to get great players, you're not going to win shit.
I don't know. I want to see, and maybe we can talk about this sometime down in the future. But I'm really interested to see, and I kind of have just from watching football, I have an idea. But let's look at the team success, whether teams that had a lot of draft picks versus teams that did lots of free agency and traded, and see what the correlation is playoff success, Super Bowl success. Obviously the Rams are going to shoot that kind of it towards free agency trades. But I'm thinking let's look at the Browns. They've had a lot of draft picks in the last 5 years, and I mean they've had some success, but nothing crazy. The Dolphins have always had picks, and what have they? Well, let's see what they've been able to do. So I'm curious. We probably should do something we look into that and see what's the kind of relationship of having more draft picks and developing talent, or just going and getting the guys that you feel are those guys for your team. Yeah. Whether it's trade or free agency.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in the draft as well. That of course, the Jets traded up for the third first round pick. I believe it was Johnson or whatever. They gave him the first and then another pick as well to kind of trade up. It's you gotta go get your guys.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and so to your point, yeah, I would like to look at the numbers on those. Just to see for strategy purposes, what really worked. I can tell that during the Cowboys dynasty within the 80s and all that 70s with Tom Landry and such, and then moving forward, if you draft really well, you'll be good.
Yeah.
From every standpoint, but I can honestly say the negative as well because let's look at the Cowboys, for example. The Cowboys have drafted more Hall of Famers than any other franchise. But what has that amounted to in the past 20 to something years?
But that was just in those Super Bowl teams. They won 5 Super Bowls in a freaking 10-year span.
Yes, no.
So how many? I'd have to look at how many.
Zach Martin. You still have. People will argue you had Terrell Owens. Look at all the Hall of Famers and the Pro Bowlers.
But they didn't draft T.O. They drafted Zach Martin.
T.O. But Tyron Smith. Look at all these perennial Pro Bowlers that they've consistently had ever since Jerry's tenure. Jerry, scouting department, all them. Amazing.
I'll say hit or miss. I think they're a boomer bust type of drafting. Because for every freaking Parsons, there's a Taco Charlton. For freaking the receiving corps. Dez had a couple good years, but then fell off.
A couple. He had a solid for 4 to 5, but it's just a matter of his quarterback fell off. Yeah. And
you're gonna say Dak fell off? So you think Dak is the reason why he fell off?
A young Dak, yes. A young Dak, yes. But then again, as well, he was aging, so I'm not gonna say that it was both. But there's a reason why when Dak and Zeke came in, that they were very.
Well, look at Zeke too. Zeke came out hot. Zeke hasn't looked too good the past 2 years.
Oh yeah, well, he's for sure aging.
That quick. Well, he's running back. Yeah. They got the most out of this couple of years. Yeah.
He was technically leading the lead in rushing for 3 straight years or whatever.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. It should have been 3. Of course.
You get the suspension.
Yeah. So it's Zeke's earned his flowers. Dak needs to re-earn his flowers. get paid
I think Dak's gonna have a religious career. Dak's career is gonna be. It's so polarizing.
Dak's biggest season.
It's so polarizing.
Right now.
But I feel like every single season, like how many years can you go and say like this is Dak's biggest season? I feel like it's the Cowboys. Every year, if you don't do well, then it's like they're always gonna look at Tony Romo.
Yes.
Like look at Tony Romo. Every year, like it was like, are they gonna trade Tony Romo? Or are they gonna keep him? Or is Sean Payne like they always like, is Sean Payne gonna trade for Tony Romo? Or are they gonna trade for Sean Payne? Like I feel like as the Cowboys, that's just like it's boomer bust every year. So that's why it'll be interesting what Dak does in his career.
Yeah. So there's always the Cowboys standard, but that's for all winning organizations. You have a standard of okay, we're here to win a chip. It's just a matter of Dak gets paid $75 million last year, and you don't produce it all. You get bounced, and you don't even have $75 million. You're supposed to be a top 5 quarterback.
Well, can you say the same thing for Derek Carr? No.
Derek Carr was top 5 in passing with a way less talented receiving core. So that's what people have.
No, that's what I'm saying though. So is that same pressure on Derek Carr this year because he got paid that contract?
Yes, of course. Yes, baby. Of course you get pressure. You got the bag once. See, that's what I'm saying.
You got Devontae.
When guys get the bag, you get your best friend. You actually get a number 1 wide receiver for the first time in your career, like a true number 1 wide receiver. I mean, besides Amari Cooper, but Devontae Adams.
Amari Cooper is number 1. I won't say he's like elite at number 1. He's the number 1.
He's not Devontae Adams.
No, he's not Devontae Adams. But there's very few people that are Devontae Adams in the league.
That's my point to.
You're paying $30 million almost a year for Devontae. There's not many Devontae Adams in the league.
See it, yeah. So that's my point for Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Now you have no excuse because not only do we get you Devontae, they got Robinson from the Kansas City Chiefs as well. They traded away
Brian Edwards. I just saw that. I like Brian Edwards too. Yeah. He's nice.
He was ascending. We don't know why he traded him.
I think it's a scheme fit.
Yeah.
If you look at Brian Edwards, like they have Renfro, Devontae now, and then they got Robinson. But where does Brian Edwards fit into that? Because I feel like Brian Edwards is like the Devontae role, so you're not gonna get him ripped up. Was it the Browns?
I totally forgot.
I don't know. I just saw he got traded.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's.
All right, let's go back to the schedule because there's a lot of games. So obviously we talked about the opening game. Buffalo versus the Rams. That's gonna be. I love watching Josh Allen play football. So I think that's just a great
dub.
That's a great. You think so? Is it gonna be an easy dub?
No.
Not
gonna
be a fight. Matt Stafford has to have a game.
So my thing is
Stafford has to have a game.
I either see 2 things. I either see Rams winning 24-21, or I see Rams winning 35-21. Meaning we gonna either put it on them. Or we're gonna win close.
You're gonna put it on them. So I'll say like this: do we get Super Bowl run Stafford, or would we get Tony Romo Stafford?
I believe that for this game, I say that for this season, Stafford will play top 5.
Okay, it'll be interesting to see.
He will.
Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp, no more Bob Woods, no Odell so far.
Yeah, we just fine. We got Tyler Higbee, we got Cooper Kupp, we got Allen Robinson.
You got Cam Akers back full health.
I got Cam Akers. Now, don't sleep on the running back we got from Notre Dame. That's what a lot of people.
You guys are good at getting running backs. I think McVay has a good eye for how to use running backs.
Because we still have Henderson, and then what's his name?
You guys have Henderson?
Yeah, we still have Henderson. It's Akers, Hendog.
You guys lost Sonny Michel though. I know that.
The Notre Dame back, which is technically gonna replace Sonny Michel's role. Which, of course, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I would actually want us to trade Henderson because we can get a decent little player. We would get a little player for him. We sign a little rookie running back.
I think you guys see how Cam Akers looks this year, and that'll probably be like a training camp or like a end of the preseason trade. I can see it happening.
I can see it too, especially because injuries are always apparent. And come on now, all right,
Well, let's get back to the games. So, yeah, you got Rams, Buffalo. That's going to be a good first game. Any other games you're eyeing on your guys' schedule?
So I'm always going to want to see us and the Packers. I need that smoke again.
Isn't the Packers Tampa Bay week 1? Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's gonna be a good. Hey, the NFL did a good job this year.
Yes.
I'll say all the primetime games. I looked at like the Thursday night schedule. I looked at the Sunday night schedule. I looked at the Monday night schedule, and they did a really good job. And I don't know. I was talking with Ron about this. I think maybe because all the teams are a little more balanced this year. I feel like free agency and the draft. I think all the teams got better. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it's every single team's gonna be good, but I think the talent level of each team is a lot better than it's been in a couple of years. I feel like that.
It feels equal.
I don't want to say equal, but I feel like there's a lot more competitive teams out there.
I just saw the Lion and Jets get some dogs, and then that really adds to your point, and I truly love that because it's okay, not to say that not everybody's gonna
be good,
equal talent, but there's gonna be enough stars to where
games will be competitive.
When we look at the Detroit Lions, we're gonna be it's just gonna be
not easy dub.
Not only not easy dub, but you're actually gonna have names on that team. So you're gonna be doesn't I'm just
Jameson Williams on that team. You got Aiden
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, yeah. Hutchinson, yeah.
I mean,
the Jets got Garrett Wilson now. They got
Garrett Wilson. I think his name was Judd Johnson, the one I said they traded up for.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they got an offensive line. I don't know who the heck.
They got a couple of people, but then you guys know what Zach Wilson does. Even the Jaguars, they look a lot better on their end. Giants look better too. Giants look better.
My boy Saquon is getting nice and healthy for me to pick this year. Fantasy.
Is he going 10 or 11?
He's going, I don't know, John.
Oh, well, if you don't take him 10 or 11, he ain't going to be there for you, Shiloh.
Good, sir. Wherever the wind blows.
Wherever the wind blows.
That is where my answer is.
You're gonna have to trade for him if you don't take him at 10 or 11.
Sir, he will be on my team.
I know. I trust Shiloh. I don't doubt he won't be on your team. It's not you may not pick him.
Like I said, at the end of the night.
I know Shiloh's about it. If Shiloh wants something, Shiloh's about it.
I traded a lot. Like I said,
hey, fantasy's gonna be fun this year. I look at the teams, the schedules. I'm like, fantasy's gonna be fun this year.
It's gonna be truly amazing, and I'm just speaking.
And any of the Ram games?
$300 buy. But anyways, Christmas Day game. That's gonna be nice between us and the Broncos. And then of course, finally, which I already know you're gonna touch on, is the fact that they really did the Battle of LA on New Year's.
Oh yeah, we're there. We're there, Shiloh. I don't care what anyone says. We're there.
I will save up the money.
It's a Sunday night game, so it's even if we go do some shit on the Saturday or whatever, on the Saturday night, we can wake up, leave by 1, get over there. That'll be a fun night. That'll be a great
party
game.
somewhere for New Year's, then come in for the game.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
It's like Rose Bowl, bro. That's how the Rose Bowl is.
The Battle of LA.
The Battle of LA. That's gonna be a game too.
The Rams will win. But it'll be a nice close game.
My boy Justin Herbert might have something to say about that.
He will.
He might have something to say about that.
He could say a lot with 300.
Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa might have some words with Mr. Stafford. Might have him look like Tony Romo. Not the good version either. Not the good version either.
No, good sir. I don't live in fantasy. See, real life.
I don't live in fantasy either.
Rams 28-24.
Hey, you don't have good old Big Wit there at left tackle anymore, so Khalil Mack might have him his way.
We have no boom. Boom.
All right, well, Khalil Mack will look forward to meeting him. Khalil Mack will look forward to meeting him.
We'll see. I don't want injury on no one, but we'll just see if Khalil Mack is available that game.
Well, if not,
it's a long ways away.
If not, Kyle Van Noy will be happy to meet him too.
Who?
Kyle Van Noy will be happy to meet him.
Who?
That's the Super Bowl champion. Hey, that's the Super Bowl champion.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember him.
All right, so you got a couple. I know I got a couple games.
Yes.
We got 5. We got 5 primetime games, and it's a good schedule. We have a really good schedule. We open up against the Raiders, so we're gonna get that first taste of division blood at home at SoFi. Crowd's gonna be crazy. I hope they retire a good old. My boy Phillip Rivers, I hope they retire his number there. His first game was against the Raiders. it would be a beautiful thing to do to have him do that, have him go do that there. So
Y'all
that could be a good
lose.
game. We cannot lose.
If Derek Carr and Devontae Adams go for Derek Carr go for 350.
Herbert will go 400.
Herbert
will go for 400.
He gonna have to.
Yeah, Herbert will go for 400. But no, what's crazy about that stretch though is we have that game on a Sunday, and then Thursday night we go to Kansas City on the short week for that Thursday night football. And man, our Kansas City on Thursday night football, those are always the best right there. There's always some games. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that. We got what was the primetime game we have? I know we have a Monday night game. I think it's against the Broncos. So that'll be nice. The Broncos, Chargers, primetime games are usually pretty good. Back when we were against Payne, those things were freaking up in like a roller coaster, up and down. Mm-hmm. So those were good. I know we play the Colts on a Sunday night, I think. So that would be a good game. We play you guys on a Sunday night. We play San Francisco. No, I'm sorry. We play Colts on a Monday night. Mm-hmm. We play San Francisco on a Sunday night. So that's going to be a game, too, right there.
Yeah, man.
San Francisco versus the LA Chargers.
We'll see which San Francisco shows up this year.
We'll see. But still, like I said, that's still going to be a fun game. Yeah.
Debo's coming back.
No traction on Debo yet. Nothing on Debo. A.J. Brown got traded of all people, so that's interesting. But all I got to say is, and I know you saw it, but shout out to the Chargers social media team for coming up with the greatest scheduled release promo video ever. If y'all haven't seen that yet, go take 2-3 minutes of your time, of your day, go watch that because it is literally the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the anime theme.
Yeah, the anime theme one, yeah.
Yeah, you just go online, type in Chargers anime theme, it's going to pop up, it's going to look amazing.
It was awesome.
Because as an anime lover, I love stuff like that.
That was cool.
I just love that as we get older, you know, we certainly see like some things when we were younger. You know, people kind of bashed on you. You know, especially with like anime or whatever. Some growing up.
Shiloh, I don't give a fuck.
Understand.
I've been a Dragon Ball Z stan. I was an Avatar stan.
Yes, sir.
Shit, I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh. Naruto was a big thing for me. Mm-hmm. I haven't really watched anime recently just because I've been busy, but I did not give a fuck.
There you go, brother. Me too.
I did not give a fuck.
So because of that, now it's like anime themed, attire, from music, everything else. You're just seeing that it's just getting to be more comfortable. A lot of people are more acceptable.
You know what I'll say it is, and this is why I love it, is because like rappers and black culture. When they embrace that stuff and like they put it like how you said, like in music videos, they put it in fashion. People look at it and they're like, "Oh, shit, that's actually pretty cool." Like, let me try that. And now you got people wearing fucking Akatsuki shit. You got people wearing fucking Dragon Ball Z style fucking T-shirts. Yeah. Like that shit. Like I would say, like once rappers and black NBA players are big freaking Dragon Ball Z anime nerds. The second it gets into that, where it becomes more culture, that shit became popular, became stylish. So. Hey, respect to the black culture.
There you go, man.
They brought that. They made anime mainstream.
And that's what stuff like that needs, huh?
Yeah.
That goes for everything in life.
Yeah, I feel that.
Big shout out.
Shout out, big shout. So let's go ahead and move on. We got some semi-conference finals going on, wrapping up.
Yeah, man, it's wrapping up.
Yeah.
We've already had 2 advanced. I mean,
we got Golden State
advancing, which I'm shocked of. Well, not shocked. I'm not shocked that Golden State and Miami won. It's just how Golden State won, meaning how horrible they looked in this series.
Yeah, they did not look good.
How pretty much.
But I mean, you can also look and I look at the Phoenix and Dallas series right now, and they're still going at it, but like. Phoenix hasn't looked that great in that series either, and Dallas is like at times look great and at times look bad. So it's like you can't sit here and be like, "Oh, like Golden State's in trouble." Like I think it's just overall, like I think every single team is hurting right now. From looks of it.
I mean, it's a yes and no, but I'm gonna lean towards more of a no because we understand with playoff at basketball, there's certain teams, they're going to play you hard. They're going to do whatever. That's fine. But the Memphis Grizzlies, they're a long team. They're a good team. Mm-hmm. We knew they're going to give Golden State hassle. But Golden State shot horribly.
Yeah, Steph shot horribly.
Steph shot horribly. Even Clay, even though he stepped up and whatnot, there was like a 3-game stretch to 2-game,
Clay so
he was just beyond hit or miss. So it's like when you have a standard for some of these teams that have a overall very good roster, I understand Golden State had injuries, but still, their stars didn't play well at all. And for this Memphis team, this game should have gone to a Game 7 because they had Game 3. They just choked it away at the very end. So and plus they lost John Moran. So for me, it's like going into this Western Conference Finals, they're going to heal up. They're going to get ready to go. But Phoenix looks absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I don't care. They haven't played at all to par of another. You're telling me that it's just Luka.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, Dinwiddie finally showed up, but he's been MIA.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Kleba hit or miss as well, mostly hit. But still, it's like Luka. Dallas doesn't have a total roster that compares to Phoenix's at all.
You like the Luka D-Book, a little like rivalry?
I need that.
I like it. It reminds me of old school. Like for like guys, I don't think they hate each other, but I like the freaking like. That's why I like Trae Young because it's like you get that intensity in the basketball to where you want to watch them now. Like you want to see these guys like try to either show up or get shut down because of those personalities. So I'm loving it. I'm loving that series because of that interaction.
Man, you already know, man. I got mad love for my boy Trae Young. He's the best villain. He's the owner of the New York Knicks. Man, it's just, when you have guys like that appreciate this kind of social view, you know what I'm saying? Like even though he
I think it's branding and marketing. Honestly, I think this is a podcast we need to do. And I'm going to probably talk about this with Adrian and Clint because we're going to talk a lot about wrestling. And this is where wrestling is really, really good, is about how they build their characters. And, like, if you look at it, like, Trae Young is a larger-than-life character because of, like, the branding and marketing he's made for himself. Like, where, like, he is, like, that villain. And that's where these guys, that's why people want to watch him play. Because they either want to see him win or they hate him so much they want to see him lose. They want to see them get freaking shocked. I want to see them get knocked out of the playoffs. So that's LeBron. That's really been LeBron's whole career. He's polarizing. People love to either watch him play and see him overcome it, or people love throwing it in his face like you lost, or you lost in their finals. People love to do that shit. Mm-hmm. So it's all about branding, and like I said, Trae Young's got it down, and that's why I like this whole Luka D-Book thing because it makes you want to watch it. Yep. No one wants everyone no one wants everyone to be friends.
Nope.
As much as people want to say that they want to see it, they don't want to see it. People love intensity.
Yes.
They love confrontation.
Yeah, and that's the best side of sports. Because sports, especially in sports like basketball,
when it's raw and real,
it's one-on-one. It's 5 people on 5 people. That's why it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Get it done.
So let's go back into like I said, old school basketball. And like I said, we got some new awards coming up for these playoffs. It looks like they're going to do an Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals MVP trophy. It's going to be the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson trophies.
Yep.
How are we feeling about that? Because I have some mixed feelings about it.
Me, ultimately. I will say, I don't know. I mean, of course, Magic and Larry, we know their greatness. Of course.
I don't have a problem with the people being named after it.
Yes.
Yeah, both. I think the awards are the names are fitting.
That's my point. So yes, so that part's great, but then going into actually having the Western Conference Finals MVP, yes, I love it.
Really? I'm not really that big of a fan.
I mean, either way, they're handing out because this is just another participation trophy. So if you're gonna hand out participation trophies, I would rather. I mean.
So this is where I'm gonna go into with this. Like how you said, participation trophy, great. I would look at it this way: after we just saw Jokic become an MVP, okay. I look at it is like, okay, if you're gonna make this award for the playoffs, which fair enough, like people are do their flowers. I feel like you should have some kind of, and this is to get more guys money in their pockets because this is how some guys make more money in their pockets. But like, if you're gonna do an Eastern and Western Conference playoff thing, I feel like they should do like that in the regular season.
Mm.
Like I know, so like for example, MLB, like they both have their set individual awards for each league. You have the AL and the NL. So an MVP gets named in the AL, and the MVP gets named in the NL. And so like I feel like you don't have to do that because basketball's a little more competitive. You have a little bit more all the play. Yeah, it's more of a unanimous thing. But like, look at the controversy of like Jokic being named when like there were other guys out there that could have been MVP candidate, Embiid, Giannis, D-Book. I mean, not to say that they all should have been it, but all deserving. So I look at it and like I feel like cool. Like yeah, we have a playoff award now, but like, what does that do for the playoffs and what does it do for the game? If all you're like, I look at it this way, like, you think I really care about winning a freaking conference finals if I go in the finals and lose?
I mean, no. But
like, let me say like this: like, what if LeBron? They had this award 10 years ago, and LeBron freaking won obviously going to win the Eastern Conference MVPs every single series, but then goes and loses the finals every single.
But I mean, that could be the same argument for the MVP.
Yeah. But that's a regular season award. Like, it has nothing to do with the playoffs. Like, I look at it.
Yes,
yeah.
But that's my point, which is, I mean, you're saying that when a person wins the Eastern Conference Finals award, what does that do for them if they lose in the finals? It's the same thing. If someone performs great throughout the whole regular season, but when they go to the first round, like Jokic did, they get bounced.
Yeah, but I feel like a whole season of thought. Like, I feel like a whole season of work, especially like from like a continuation. But like if you're a conference like MVP or a conference player of the year,
yeah.
I feel like that does a lot more for your career overall than you played. Like, what about Iguodala? Like when he won the freaking Finals MVP in the series because he played his best basketball for a 7-game series. Like, it kind of downgraded. Like, okay, like you'll play great on one whole series, but then go and lose the series or go do like that. I feel like
but it's not just a series though. Like you said,
yeah.
it's the Eastern Conference Finals. The magnitude of that series, it literally accounts for 20 games in the regular season, 25 games, those 7 games because there's so much on the line. It's a winner go home mentality. It's such a that's
I would
why
you something there. I would say this. I would be a bigger fan of it if it was like the MVP of like that playoff run versus just a conference finals. So like if you're saying we're gonna give an MVP award for someone like that played in that whole series and won that series on that team, I feel like that's a little bit more deserving for a whole work of work. But like, what if you played 4 games, like you did a sweep in the finals? Like, I'm just saying, like, what if you did a sweep in the finals and now you're going to win an MVP award, where it's like, all right, cool.
I mean, people know why they win the chip. I mean, it's just like the whole Golden State final one where Iguodala won MVP versus where clearly it was Steph.
Yeah.
So it's like people will forever know that Steph and them boys were the reason why.
Yeah.
But that's why I love that award because Iguodala can now have that under his resume that he's a Finals MVP.
Okay.
That during that series he stepped up beyond his performance measure and then achieved something. Did something so well that he get that. So that's why me personally, I love the Eastern Conference actual series award. It's because at the end of the day, I want to know who comes up clutch in the biggest of biggest moments.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, the first round's great, second round's great, but it's clutch time now.
Yeah.
Another example I have is James Harden. James Harden, after this last Philly, that is a guy that is known. He is a top 75 player. He's won MVPs. He has all these, individual accolades that people would say, he's this. But when he goes to the playoffs, when he goes into these series, especially this latest one, and you expect these superstars to perform, this isn't even the Eastern Conference final. And he choked. And that will dampen your legacy, no matter what award you individually will win.
I agree with that. You have some pretty good points about that. I think it does, to a certain degree, add to some legacy. But I feel like And I think I go back. I look at the MVP belt, how the voting worked, and I feel like they can do more for those regular season awards in that sense. If they're going to do something with like these conference MVPs, I feel like they should do something conference wise within the regular season.
I agree. Because one individual award where I could totally see the Eastern Conference MVP. I mean, you say, it's a little bit different than MLB, but for me personally, I would want it. Because let's just realize Embiid had every right. It was like a 51-49 for Jokic in my mind, because it's like as much as I got mad love for Embiid, this man Jokic can't carry the team without his top two players. Yeah. And it's like...
Do they have Offensive Player of the Year? Because I know that Defensive Player of the Year. They don't have Offensive Player of the Year, do they? NBA.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, because I feel like Offensive Player of the Year would be...
I feel like we... No. We
just
have
scoring champ.
Yeah, scoring champ. I think scoring champ is their offensive player.
Is that like an actual award, or does that just go down like as a stat? I think like you led the league, like you're like scoring champion and said that you got a stat, or is it like an actual award?
I feel that's a good question, because I don't think there's like for the assist leader and
it's like one of those things where like, and then I felt like, oh, like this quarterback had the most passing yards, like. It doesn't mean anything, but like you led the league in passing.
I feel like yes.
Okay, so they need that like offensive player of the year award.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, I think guys, they have to do something with that regular season, because, and like I said, I'm not one of those people that like Jokic doesn't deserve it. Jokic deserves it, but like I just look at it and I'm just like, one, your team is out of the playoffs in the first freaking series. Two, like you get it back. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of back-to-back things unless you really did something to like improve upon. Like, okay, like this guy's dominant. Like I don't know. Like I feel like him going back-to-back. Like what did he do that much better from last year to make his team better to this year? And I think that's why I don't. For me personally, like I said, I think the stats back it up. But I think me personally, it's like, okay, you had another MVP that you won it last year, but what did you really do that made your team better this year?
Not have them be a lottery team.
But they weren't a lottery team last year, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're asking me, well, what did he do this year than last year that really helped the team? He kept them alive. Yeah. Without Jokic, that team is a lottery team.
Yeah, in
all seriousness. So because of him...
But you think that should be the MVP of the league. Like, we're going to say you're the MVP of the league because you kept your mid-tier... And your mid-tier team from going to the lottery. Yes. When there's other teams that have like best records, that teams that were doing dominant stuff.
That don't mean so MVP within its.
I look at MVP too, and
is without this player, would this team be where they're at all? So you look at Booker. You take Booker out of Phoenix. Phoenix is still a playoff team. CP3, you get Bridges, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You still put somebody in there.
But I look at Embiid, though, like, in the case, like, okay, Embiid literally didn't have Ben Simmons play at all, okay, for the majority of the season. And then he comes back, and then, they traded him for Harden. They traded away some pieces to get Harden. And then you get put back in Harden. Embiid's carrying this team, and they have a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference, have a decent playoff run, and then this dude gets hurt, comes back when he shouldn't even be playing. Like, I don't know, like, you can't equate the playoffs to the regular season, but like, I feel like if your point is saying like, oh, like he kept him from being a lottery team, like, is that really why like we give him the MVP award?
Well, my thing versus Jokic versus Embiid is Embiid has the better team. The Philadelphia 76ers are a way better team. Yeah,
and they play in the Western Conference. And I'm going to make it clear. I feel like playing in the Western Conference is harder than the Eastern Conference. I think we can attest to that if you look at... Look at the past couple... Look at the bodies of work. I think LeBron's the greatest example of it. LeBron can get away, and LeBron's still playing at a high level. Like, you can still put LeBron's numbers and put him with his past seasons, and it's relatively the same. And he was able to get scrub teams into the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. Where to now, like in the Western Conference, he can't do it.
The Eastern Conference was actually the better conference this year than the West. I mean, from the actual overall winning standpoint of the teams.
Competitive. Look at the Western Conference, and you even look at all the bad teams in there, and they're still taking games away from some of these playoff teams, these higher level teams. Now look at the Eastern Conference, and you look like a team like Detroit. You look at Orlando. You look at freaking the Bobcats, and it's just like you can get away.
Who are the Bobcats?
Yeah, not the Bobcats, the freaking Hornets.
Yeah, put some respect on their names, and you know they were going into the play-in, so you know they're a good team. But anywho, I'm just very very excited for what's really to come here.
Yeah.
You know, within the NBA, brother.
Yeah, we have some exciting stuff. So
yes, and then just real quick because we know we have a few Game 7s on the way. We have the Phoenix Suns and Luka, as well as
we didn't even talk about Giannis and the Boston Celtics. That's probably the series of the freaking playoffs right now.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed it is. So real quick, all I'm gonna say is, I just want Giannis to go back to back. He just had a 40 and 20 night the other night in the L. Last person to do that was Shaq. So I just need people to understand.
So I think
that we are witnessing another living legend. That when LeBron retires, it's okay because we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, who will cement himself. And maybe when it's all said and done, I'll just make a nice little future prediction. If he's healthy and playing at a consistent level, he will go down and pass Tim Duncan as the greatest power forward of all time.
I like that take. I think depending on how these playoffs play out tonight, next episode, we can have a little debate on it. Is Giannis the best player in the league right now, in the world? We could say that.
I don't even need a debate. I'll let everybody know right now. Yes, he is.
All right. I agree. I think he is, but I think there's some strong evidence that says that he is. But hey, one game can change a lot of stuff, so we'll see. We'll have to see how it plays out. But I think that's all we have for today.
It was a good time.
How we feeling, Mr. Slash Smooth?
Brother, the next time I will be on this cast, it will be after my birthday. It'll be after EDC.
Damn.
A whole lot of things coming, so I'm excited.
You'll be a year older?
Yes, sir. And another year of thanking God.
All right, well, y'all pray for Shiloh.
Pray for me.
Pray for Shiloh at EDC. He's going by himself.
Yes, indeed.
So, hey, are you going to use that little maneuver I was talking about the other day? Because you're going by yourself?
Maybe, sir.
Take up some shotties?
I will. Just know I will find a friend. I will find a friend.
Shiloh's going to find a friend. He's going to find a friend.
I will meet a lot of amazing people. I hear. So.
A companion? You'll find a companion all by your lungs himself.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Respectfully.
All right, Shot. Respectfully. Respectfully.
All right,
disrespectfully. Are we getting Sharon or are we getting Shiloh? ABC.
Sir, I'm just there to have a good birthday and not get fined.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll talk to you guys.
Have a good one.
Checking out from the Ascendacast. Later.
God bless.